Thanks for your purchase. We value you as a customer and hope this video will help you use your new product safely and effectively. If you have questions or problems with your product, please do not return it to the store. Call 1-800-828-5500 in the U.S. or 1-800-668-1238 in Canada for technical support. Carefully remove the trimmer from the box. Refer to the fast assembly guide attached to the unit for quick setup instructions. Open the parts pack and remove the contents. The owner's manual also has more detailed instructions. Remove the wing nut and the washer on the shield. Hold the shield so the end is facing down towards the table. Insert the left side of the shield onto the bracket. Rotate the shield and attach to the bracket using the wing nut. Tighten the wing nut, hand tight only. Locate the D handle. Remove the wing nut, washer, and bolt from the handle. Install the handle by firmly pushing it down over the shaft. Loosely install the bolt, washer, and wing nut. Adjust the handle if necessary. Tighten the wing nut until the handle is secure. The engine on this trimmer uses a gas-oil mix. If you're using gasoline with an alcohol blend, it should always be less than 2 months old, since it can absorb water which forms acid when stored. Locate the oil bottle provided in the box. Add 1 bottle, 3.2 ounces, of oil, then 1 gallon of gasoline to the can. Turn the trimmer on its side so the gas cap is facing up. Remove the cap from the fuel tank. Carefully add the fuel mix to the fuel tank. Do not overfill the tank. Replace the fuel cap when finished. To connect the lower boom to the upper boom, loosen the Easy Link knob a few turns. Then remove the shipping tube from the Easy Link. Remove the shipping cap from the lower boom and insert the lower boom into the Easy Link until the locking button snaps into place. Tighten the Easy Link knob. Do not tighten the nut on the end of the Easy Link bolt. It's only used as a protective cap on the bolt. The Easy Link connector on this trimmer allows you to use several different lower boom attachments with the same power head. See your Troy-Bilt retailer or the Troy-Bilt website for more information about attachments. This trimmer is also electric start capable, so cordless and corded starters may be used to eliminate pulling the rope to start the engine. To start the engine, place the choke lever to position 1. Press the primer bulb 10 times. Pull the throttle trigger fully and hold it during starting. Pull the starter rope 5 times. Then move the choke lever to position 2. While holding the trigger, pull the rope until the engine starts, or a maximum of 5 times. Warm up the engine with the choke lever in position 2 for 30 to 60 seconds. Then move the choke lever to position 3 for operation. If the engine does not start after 5 pulls, start over by pressing the primer bulb 10 times and repeat the starting procedures. If the engine still does not start, it may be flooded. Refer to the owner's manual for additional procedures. To start a trimmer engine that is hot, move the choke lever to position 2. Press the primer bulb 10 times, pull the throttle trigger, pull the starter rope to start the engine, run the engine in position 2 for 30 to 60 seconds. Then move the choke lever to position 3 for operation. If the engine runs poorly in position 3, return the lever to position 2. It's okay to use the trimmer with the choke in position 2 if it runs well. After a few minutes of use in position 2, and after the engine warms up, you should be able to move the lever to position 3 for maximum power. Feed the trimmer line by bumping the head on the ground. Do this only when the engine is running at maximum speed, wide open throttle. When cutting tall weeds or grass, taller than 8 inches, trim from the top down in multiple passes. This technique will allow the trimmer to perform best and reduce weed wrap. Clear weed wrap by removing debris from around the trimmer head. Refer to the manual for other trimming tips. To turn off the engine, press the on-off stop switch. To replace the trimmer line, identify which type of inner reel your trimmer uses. Remove the bump cap by turning it counterclockwise. Remove the inner reel. Remove any line remaining on the inner reel. If the inner reel has a divider wall, then cut 2 sections of .095-inch single line to 6-foot lengths. Insert the end of each line into the holes in the reel core. Wind the line in the direction of the arrow on the reel. Stop winding line when about 5 inches of line remains. Insert the line into the holding slots on the outer rim of the inner reel, which are labeled .095 inches. Insert the end of each line through the eyelets in the outer reel. Place the inner reel and spring inside of the outer housing. Pull firmly on the end of each line to release the line from the holding slots. Depress the inner reel slightly and install the bump cap by turning it clockwise. If using split line, then cut one piece of the split line into a 6-foot length. Insert the end of each line into the holes in the reel core. Wind the line in the direction of the arrow on the reel. Stop winding line when about 5 inches of line remains. Split the line back about 6 inches. Insert the line into the holding slots on the outer rim of the inner reel, which are labeled .095 inches. Insert the end of each line through the eyelets in the outer reel. Place the inner reel and spring inside of the outer housing. Pull firmly on the end of each line to release the line from the holding slots. Depress the inner reel slightly and install the bump cap by turning it clockwise. If your inner reel does not have a divider wall, then cut one section of the 095 single line to a 20-foot length. Insert each end of the line into the holes in the top of the reel. Pull both lines through the reel until both ends are equal in length. Wind the line in the direction of the arrow on the reel. Stop winding the line when about 5 inches of line remains. Insert each line into the holding slots on the outer rim of the inner reel, which are labeled .095 inches. Insert each end of the lines through the eyelets of the outer housing. Place the inner reel and spring inside the outer housing. Pull firmly on each end of the line to release the lines from the holding slots. Depress the inner reel slightly and install the bump cap by turning it clockwise. If your inner reel does not have a divider wall, then you may also use a split line. Cut one section of .095-inch split line to a 10-foot length. Insert both ends into one of the holes in the top of the reel. Pull the line through until about 4 inches of line is left out. Insert the short section through the other hole in the top of the reel. Pull the long section tight to make the loop as small as possible. Wind the line in the direction of the arrow on the reel. Stop winding line when about 5 inches of line remains. Split the line back about 6 inches. Insert each line into the holding slots on the outer rim of the inner reel, which are labeled .095. Insert each end of the lines through the eyelets of the outer housing. Place the inner reel and spring inside the outer housing. Pull firmly on the ends of each line to release the line from the holding slots. Depress the inner reel slightly and install the bump cap by turning it clockwise. To clean the air filter, remove the filter housing cover. Clean any dirt out of the inside of the cover. Remove the foam filter and wash it in soapy water. Squeeze, but do not wring water out of the filter. Thoroughly rinse the filter and allow it to air dry. Add a few drops of oil to the foam filter and lightly squeeze the filter to spread the oil. Reinstall the filter and replace the filter cover. When replacing the spark plug, use needle nose pliers as a fork to carefully lift the rubber boot off the spark plug. Use a spark plug wrench and a socket to remove the plug. Do not attempt to clean the spark plug. Install the new spark plug as specified in the operator's manual. Store the trimmer horizontally or with the engine facing up. Storing the trimmer with the engine down may cause oil to leak into the carburetor. Visit the Troy-Bilt website for more information regarding attachments and accessories for your trimmer. Thanks for watching this video. Other videos are available to help you set up, operate, and maintain your Troy-Bilt product.